The real world. Let's dive deep into the issues that affect our communities, revealing the untold stories and giving you a voice. No sensationalism, no bias, just raw, unadulterated truth. I am committed to delivering news without compromise. Hard facts as we know them, when we know them, and how they affect you. Every Monday through to Friday, 3 to 6 p.m. This will be your most authentic news experience starting now on 99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.
In a world where misinformation runs rampant, one show stands apart from the rest. Get ready to embrace the truth as we bring you the most hard-hitting stories and unveil the real facts. Welcome to Hard Facts.
I am Maryann Okon, and this is Hard Facts, where we separate truth from fiction. We're passionate about the hard-hitting stories that matter. Get ready to challenge your perception and discover the real world. Let's dive deep into the issues that affect our communities, revealing the untold stories and giving you a voice. No sensationalism, no bias, just raw, unadulterated truth. I am committed to delivering news without compromise. Hard facts as we know them, when we know them, and how they affect you. Every Monday through to Friday, 3 to 6 p.m. This will be your most authentic news experience starting now on 99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk. There's a reason why over 1 million people tune into
In a world where misinformation runs rampant, one show stands apart from the rest. Get ready to embrace the truth as we bring you the most hard-hitting stories and unveil the real facts. Welcome to Hard Facts.
I am Maryann Okon, and this is Hard Facts, where we separate truth from fiction. We're passionate about the hard-hitting stories that matter. Get ready to challenge your perception and discover the real world. Let's dive deep into the issues that affect our communities, revealing the untold stories and giving you a voice. No sensationalism, no bias, just raw, unadulterated truth. I am committed to delivering news without compromise. Hard facts as we know them, when we know them, and how they affect you. Every Monday through to Friday, 3 to 6 p.m. This will be your most authentic news experience starting now on 99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk. There's a reason why over 1 million people credible journalism, bridging the gap between people and those in authority. With Hard Facts, you are sure to get only the facts.
Tune in to Hard Facts with Maryann Okon on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
Millions of listeners trust us on Hard Facts.
Hello, Lagos. Apologies for that system glitch. We're having a little glitch in the studio. I don't know what it is, but hopefully we can fix that. Welcome to Hard Facts, the most authentic news experience. My name is Maryann Okon. As usual, we start off the show with the big three stories for today. And, of course, if you have been following the news, the biggest of all the stories is Could Ndume is under fire. And the bigger question is, what did he do? What did he particularly do to get the kind of attention that he's gotten from his colleagues? Maybe the presidency, who knows? Welcome to the show. It's 10 minutes gone past the 3 o'clock hour. A quick PSA. Yes, I lost my voice over the past week. Come back. So please, when you call me, don't ask me what's wrong with my voice. It's coming back. Yes. A little bit of allergies took my voice away. Yeah. I'm doing all of this so that when you call me, you don't have to ask me what it is. Well, welcome. But then, as everyone's talking about Maryann Okon, we're also going to be going to Edo State, where it's happening. A lot of things are happening right now. And of course, the elections are on the way. My guest, Shedrack Udubai, he's a spokesperson for the PDP governorship candidate in Edo State. Of course, in the morning, you heard a representative of the All Progressive Congress's governorship candidate. So this afternoon, we're going to be speaking with the governor's team as they get ready for September elections. Shedrack Udubai will join us in a bit, and then, of course, we will start that conversation. But in the meantime, I'd like to run you through the big stories for today, shall we? Anyway, let's go straight to it. And then, of course, I'll allow you to be doing more of the talking.
Get ready for the most important news of the day. It's time for the Big Three Stories on Hard Facts. Tune in to our prime time show for the latest updates and in-depth analysis on the top stories making headlines. From breaking news to in-depth investigations, we bring you the facts you need to know. Join us as we delve into the biggest stories shaping our world today. Tune in to the Big Three every weekday 3 to 4 p.m. and stay informed with the news that matters the most. Hard Facts, where the truth always comes first.
99.3 Nigeria Info. That's the frequency. We're broadcasting live from our audio-visual studios right here in its Maryann Crescent, Victoria Island, Lagos. My name is Maryann Okon. The program is Hard Fact. And on the Big Three today, top story, yes, it's an exclusive apparently, and breaking story where the Senator, Maryann Okon, is being sacked according to Premium Daily Trust newspaper. He's being sacked as chief whip. The APC, we hear, is asking him to resign. Isn't that interesting? And of course, we hear that the federal government is awarding already existing oil contracts. It's a very interesting day. And most importantly, let's talk about the business and economy. Federal government policies are crippling businesses, says NECA, Manufacturers Association of Nigeria, and NASIMA. Shall we get into those stories quickly? All right, let's do it. Well, let's start with Senator Maryann Okon's story. This is from the Daily Trust newspaper. The Senate, we hear, has sacked Maryann Okon as chief whip, and the APC is also asking him to resign. I wonder what's going on in the APC. Well, let me tell you what it is. Apparently, Ndume is being replaced by Taher Mungono from Borno North. We hear that this comes amid his recent criticism of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's government. In a letter addressed to the Senate caucus by the national leadership of the ruling party APC, they asked Ndume to resign his membership of the APC and join any other opposition party of his choice. Whatever happened to constructive criticism? Well, this is at least APC versus APC. But one would wonder what exactly has gotten Maryann Okon into this pot of hot water. Well, I've got it. I have with me the last thing that Maryann Okon said that probably has got him, into this pot of hot water. I want you to take a listen to what the senator said about Mr. President's policies, programs, and of course, his modus operandi. Maybe this could have been the reason why Maryann Okon is facing the kind of heat that he's getting from his party and, of course, the Senate. So take a listen. And then, of course, we'll come back to your thoughts and comments once again. Welcome to Hard Facts. Yeah, let's go. All right, I'm still trying to get that audio from Senator Ndume. Hopefully it can play.
I sent the message out to them. Are you aware that people are very angry out there? Are you doing something about it? And the response is that, yes, we are aware it's the work of opposition. I say we are finished. Because no opposition would want to bring down the roof of the country on itself. Because they are in the country. So if the country collapses, is it only going to collapse on the ruling or the governing party? No. So when people in power start responding like that, then I'm worried. I'm worried for this president. I'm worried for myself.
Wow.
There's problem out there. A bag of rice is now selling for 100,000. A bag of maize is selling for 100,000. My wife was telling me that a basket of tomato is about 100,000 too. Onions. Every food is going up, the price. Inflation is 40%. The value of an naira is going down. And then, not only that, when you tell people in government that, hey, people are hungry, angry, and they are preparing, or there are signs that they will revolt, and you say, no, don't worry about them. That is very, very dangerous. And I hope this will be, to me, God will exonerate me because I told them. And many Nigerians today told me and encouraged me to come for this year program, speak out on our behalf. And that's why I was elected. If the government doesn't do anything, there will be problem.
Could Ndume has been sacked as chief whip of the Senate and has been told that he should be joining the opposition, any opposition of his choice. Is that the way to go? I'm just curious. Is that the way to go? Lagos. These are the big stories for today. Well, the IMF is also in the news. The IMF is saying that they have cut Nigeria's economic growth forecast to 3.1%. Yes, they're saying that they don't necessarily think that we're going to grow at any exponential rate anytime soon, based on what they're seeing on the ground. Also, Mr. President's government has awarded an already existing oil contract to another firm. I'll give you details. And then, of course, NECA, Manufacturers Association of Nigeria, and NASIMA are saying that Mr. President's policies are crippling businesses across the country. Share your thoughts, Lagos. We're live, facebook.com/Nigeria Info FM. We're also live on YouTube, Nigeria Info FM. You can join the conversation if you're on Skype listening to us from outside of the country. We're Nigeria Info FM. I would like to hear from you. But first, I have joining me via Zoom, Honorable Shedrack Udubai. He is an aide to the governor of Edo State and also a spokesperson for the People's Democratic Party's governorship candidate. I beg your pardon. Why am I looking for a presidential candidate? I beg. Mr. Mr. Dubai, it's so good to have you join us.
Yeah, thank you very much. Good evening, my beautiful sister. It's a pleasure to be with you once again.
All right. I'm trying to get you to come up on my screen. Hopefully I can do that soon. In the meantime, I'm just going to let Lagosians respond to the big stories. When we come back, I want to talk to you about your candidate. And we had a representative of the APC on our morning show this morning saying a lot of interesting things, that your candidate doesn't stand a chance, based that he could also be tagged a Lagos boy as opposed to his candidate, who has always been a Benin boy, an Edo State man all round, and has been able to somewhat align with the realities of the people in Edo State. So I want you to marinate on that while I take thoughts from Lagosians. So stay with us. Lagos 0201-277-0993 is the number for you to call if you're a man. If you're a lady, 0201-465-7190. Send me a message on WhatsApp 0809-595805. Hello, welcome to Hard Facts.
Good afternoon, Maryann.
Good afternoon. What's your name? So where are you calling from?
My name is Peter Usufo. I'm calling from Abanaja in the country.
All right, go ahead.
Yeah, I want to talk on Ndume's case.
Go ahead.
Yeah, thank you. I think Maryann Okon is the cause of his own problem. He's been talking so much, and I've even said that.
But what's wrong? But what's wrong in the clip that I played to you? If someone says that he fears that government is not paying attention to the plight of the people and they're solely blaming just the opposition, is that necessarily a problem?
He's a member of the ruling party.
So what?
He should have gone to the president to talk to him.
I'm sorry. Did you listen to that clip? He said he spoke to them over and over again.
Even before the clip has been.
Okay, let me ask you, sir. Okay. So you mean to tell me that if you walk in an office where they're killing people and using their blood for some whatever it is that they're using, you will not speak about it because, well, yes, you have spoken to them, they will not hear. So you will not speak about it. You keep quiet until it's a family member of yours they use for blood.
No, we are not saying that.
So what are you saying?
The government has been caged and that some ministers have not been allowed to talk to the president or to the president. To me, so why can't the ministers come and give a rebuttal? The ministers should speak for themselves, not Maryann Okon. Is Maryann Okon the PR of those ministers? If Maryann Okon has been bad from seeing Mr. President, maybe for some reason. He has been talking against the government for a long time.
But what's wrong with talking about the government?
Saying it because of the fear that something that happened in Kenya recently. Then believing that it will also happen to the parliamentarians like him. So that is just the reason. He's been talking too much and he's been hitting the politics. That is just my submission.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much for calling. I do appreciate it. Hello. Welcome to Hard Facts.
Hello. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Yeah, my name is Shegun Oluyemo.
Shegun, go ahead, please.
Shegun Oluyemo.
Go ahead. I can hear you.
Well, I believe like what the last speaker said, Ali Ndume is a talkative. He cannot tell us that he doesn't have access to the president. And then I listened to the interview on Arise Television. All the claims that he made were total fallacy. If you said the government was so insensitive to what is happening, what are the efforts that are being made, that are being read out every day? Though you may say they are not enough, but to say that the government is so insensitive, is not responding to anything, no, that is a total fallacy. And then, but
is that enough reason for him to be sacked as chief whip?
Hello, I listened to that interview.
No, it's a yes or no question. Is that enough reason for him to be sacked as chief whip? Yes or no? I have to go on a break. Yes or no?
No, that was. It's not a yes or no answer. Okay. It's an answer that one needs to give us an explanation.
All right. Explain away. But I have to go on a break. When we come back, I'll be talking with Honorable Could Ndume. He is from Edo State. We're talking about the Edo State elections from the PDP perspective. Stay with us.
Credible journalism, bridging the gap between people and those in authority. With Hard Facts, you are sure to get only the facts.
Tune in to Hard Facts with Maryann Okon on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
Get breaking news, updates, and the best of talk.
Women have to work twice, even thrice as hard for them to get things that just come so naturally to a lot of men who feel that leadership is their right.
We're in prisons for how many years? For 6 years, 8 months. Were you going to court from prisons then? Yes, but before I started court.
99.3 Nigeria Info. We'll be right back.
Let us dive into the heart of global affairs.
We go beyond the headlines and into the real stories shaping our world.
Why pay more than $200 million to have 1,000 Kenyan soldiers come to Haiti when we could use that money to train the police?
What you've done with your grief is actually to spread it and give it and turn it into the love.
This served Netanyahu because he didn't think Hamas would ever be a serious military threat.
Congo is a country with so much wealth. The people have been fighting to regain control.
From the corridors of power to the front lines of change, Borderline brings you in with analysis of the issues.
The US has power over them. Most of them will steal money from Haiti and invest in the US.
The people who support Sonko and Ndume, over half of them don't have a voter's card.
Sounds like Nigeria.
Join Ireti Bakari Yusuf on Borderlines as she engages with policymakers and thought leaders,
giving you perspectives and insights you won't find anywhere else.
Be part of the conversation. Join us live.
Your voice matters on Borderlines as we explore the complexities.
Every Friday at 4 p.m.
on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
Stay informed, stay engaged.
Step into the conversation.
The I Beg to Differ Debate Tournament, the Nationals, is coming. August 12th in Lagos. Witness the brightest minds from across the country in a battle of intellect and eloquence.
Have you ever wondered if controlling resources will be the key to dismantling?
Yes, a child has not been properly academically satisfied.
Why has such person not also get experience, like your 5th point?
Experience fierce competition.
Peace cannot be kept by force. It's not because there's natural resources there.
Persuasive arguments.
I believe that through a balanced approach to religion and education.
But don't you think that such a person is old enough to decide?
And innovative thinking.
By 1985, the poverty level was below 46%. If they don't have money for tuition, are you saying they are not going to be accountable?
Whether you're a debater or a spectator, mark your calendars for August 12, 2024. I Beg to Differ, the Nationals in Lagos, Nigeria. Get ready to be part of history. For sponsorship and other inquiries, call Lagos Larry Griffin 0706 827 1163, Shola Kolade 0907 173 3835, or send an email to info@nigeriainfo.fm. I Beg to Differ Students Debates Competition, the Tournament of Champions.
Ladies and gentlemen, it still is the season of giving. So says oneplay.ng. That is why they want you to dial the code *347 *880 *3 hash. Yes, if you want our money, dial that code. Or you could go to the website at www.oneplay.ng, as in one, the number one, PLAY.ng. Once you get there, select Nigeria Info as your station, and just like that, your ticket will be in the draws. Of course, you have to commit the paltry sum of 500 naira to each ticket. Now, you can play as many times as possible to give yourself a bigger chance of winning. And remember that your chances of winning are pretty much the same whether you play on oneplay.ng or you use the code *347 *880 *3 hash. Now, remember that at the end of the week, there's going to be a 500,000 naira jackpot. I know it's mind-blowing. You can't beat that. You definitely can't beat that. So your qualifying for that is dependent on you playing the game during the week. What am I trying to say? I am saying when you dial *347 *880 *3 hash from your phone, or go to the website at oneplay.ng to play the one play game every day, you automatically qualify for the jackpot that comes at the end of the week on Friday. Yes, it's announced on Friday. That said, ladies and gentlemen, play responsibly. Make sure you are playing with only what you can afford. And once you play, make sure you keep your phone very close, because that lucky call could be coming in at any time. Yes, at any time. OnePlay is a registered trademark under Lasho Trading Services Limited, licensed by the Lagos State Lotteries and Gaming Commission. Keep playing, keep winning, and keep smiling to the bank.
Welcome back to your number one talk, news, and sports station. This is Nigeria Info.
Nigeria Info. This is Hard Facts.
This is Hard Facts. The program is Hard Facts, 99.3 Nigeria Info. That's the frequency. We're live from our audiovisual studios right here in Itimi and Chris in Victoria Island, Lagos. I did tell you that I had a guest joining me live via Zoom from Benin in Edo State. He is a spokesperson for the People's Democratic Party's governorship candidate in Edo State. Of course, the elections are coming up in in less than 2 months. Well, let's just say 2 months. Honorable Shedrack Dubai has been here on Hard Facts before, and it's so good to have you join us again. Honorable Dubai, there are people who are saying that the only chance that your candidate has in this election, obviously, is because he's a chosen one by the governor. Other than that, they say he doesn't have skin in the game. What are your thoughts?
I strongly believe that those are half truths and outright lies. So very like this state, he has not held public office in Edo State before, but does not mean he's new. And then, as the constitution of this states, that any
Honorable Dubai, we're having problems with your connection, so we're unable to hear anything that you're saying. Let's try again. We barely heard anything that you said. Your connection is a little bit bad. Hopefully we can hear you now. Go ahead.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you.
Yeah, I said those, for me, they are abstract lies and an attempt to spread ignorance. Dr. Aso Godano may not have held any public office in Edo State. Does not mean he's not known. He has worked right from the time with government as a consultant, right from the time of Comrade Adams Aliyu Shomole. He was head of economy. He was also head of a chairman of Alagodaro Summit. It took place like 7 times during this current administration. So to a very large extent, the man understands what it is, what the issues are in Edo State, the nuances. He has, during the course of his electoral campaign, having signified his interest to vie for governor, had met extensively with the people across the nooks and crannies. He has gone to 102 wards, and it's based on his popularity that members of the political party have picked him up to say, yes, this is the kind of candidate we have that is worthy enough to step in the shoes of Governor Obaseki and bring home the dividends of democracy. And that's why he's on the ballot for the People's Democratic Party. It's not just the idea of when you say a man is being known, most of the projects we have on ground here are not majorly for bad things, not being able to, for poor delivery, incapacity to deliver. That's what the opposition is relatively known for. For them to say the man is not known is irritating, but yet he's a candidate and is a major threat. If you go to social media now, that is the leading candidate in terms of public communication.
I'm sorry, elections are not won on social media, yes, contrary to what we might think. So I really don't want to agree with you that, because he is hot on social media means that he's hot on the ground. But then let me ask this other question, just because of what the guest in the morning said about the fact that their governorship candidate has, one way or the other, contributed to the lives and growth of people in Edo State. Can your candidate, even that of the Labour Party, can they boast of that? And that's what he kept saying. What has, again, they keep saying that they are Lagos boys. What has your Lagos boy been able to do to benefit the lives of the people in Edo State?
Like I said before now, governance is not about pedestrianism. What his candidate has done over the years, as possibly even now, Senator, he has not passed one bill, no comments while sitting in the House of the Legislative House and the House of Senate. The candidate he claims to have done a few things, possibly just maybe put borehole in 1 or 2 communities, pay white school fees for 1 or 2 child, indigent parents, and comes out to public domain and said he has been doing a lot. The man does not have intellectual contribution to governance, I dare to say. This is a man who failed WAEC at the age of 36, having written WAEC in 2008. And the man, to a very large extent, he cannot specify the difference between a museum and a zoo. A man who cannot put sentences together to make more sense. A man who take out the number of persons who have resigned from his campaign because he does not have the intellectual capacity to make any meaningful contribution to governance.
Oh, come
so
on.
When they begin to say,
he's not here to defend himself. How would you make those kind of assertions and say he can't string sentences together? He can't make sense.